We want a brand that has depth, that has meaning, that is different, that is thoughtful, because that's the team that we have. That's how we're approaching everything that we do, from product creation to storytelling to individuals that are a part of this, from athletes to ambassadors to employees. It all contributes to what the brand is and what the brand means. My name's Todd Meleney, co-founder and CEO of Wow on Earth. The first brand I started was a surf brand in memory of my friend who had passed away when we were growing up. And I built the website on WordPress. I kept all of the inventory under my bed in my dorm room and had it set up so that I would get text notifications when an order would come in. And I would be in class getting texts, and I would go back to my dorm room and pack up the orders in a trash bag and carry them down to the campus mailroom. We had local surfers who were like our ambassadors and athletes, and we had a Facebook page, which is where we did all of our marketing. I didn't have any money. I wasn't paying myself. I didn't know how to make product. I didn't know how to design things, but I knew how to figure things out. The biggest learning from that first brand that I started was that you can't do it alone.
I'm Brooke Wells, co-founder of Wow on Earth. I've pretty much been an athlete my whole life. I've always been doing something athletic, and I've gone through so much different apparel and footwear throughout my entire life that I feel like I've really learned what works, what doesn't work, and so I'm excited to kind of apply my experience and knowledge into our own company.
I'm Mat Fraser, 5-time CrossFit Games champion and co-founder of Wow on Earth.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same, and now it's here. Mat Fraser is inevitable.
Through my experiences the last 10 years competing, I learned a lot about myself and what I'm capable of, basically what everyone's capable of. So it's creating that platform that allows somebody to, show themselves that first step, show themselves what they're capable of, and who knows what that's going to snowball into. But if I can be a little cog in the wheel that helps somebody find that next journey, I'm there for it.
We knew we were passionate about footwear, apparel, and fitness and wellness, and we knew that we wanted it to have depth.
One of the more memorable milestones was all getting in the same room together to figure out what the new name for our brand was going to be.
Conventional naming ordinance would tell you that a consumer brand needs to be short and punchy and no more than 2 syllables. And I don't believe that. I believe that it needs to matter. And what you do with it is what matters. Jed and I had a shared note with probably 100+ names, and we met to narrow it down to a select few. And we had 10 names on the board, and we sat around the table and we reviewed them all. As we went through them, Wow on Earth came up on screen. And we sat around in silence for a couple seconds as that name was on screen, because we were saving space for each person to internalize and then discuss. As we went through the other options that we had finalized, I kept thinking about Wow on Earth.
It just resonated with me. I remember saying, Wow on Earth is how I pick what I'm going to do, and hard work pays off is how I'm going to do it.
So over the following couple of months, we really started to put the pieces together on what this team might become. But it wasn't until later in the year that we all got together for the first time formally. We were up in Banff, Canada.
Banff, absolutely beautiful place. So it's kind of breathtaking already. And then, we had our first official business meeting in this dome with everyone just sitting around the round table, and designs are getting tossed around, colorways, ideas, products, everything. And that's when it was like, oh shit, we're doing it.
We built an entirely new supply chain for Wow on Earth. And that was because we wanted to make product better than anything we had made before. And to do so, it meant exhausting every ounce of our network to open up doors and build new relationships with people on the other side of the world that we had never met, never spoken to, and hoped that we could inspire them to believe in what we were building. We spent 9 days there, and we toured the factory for where our shoes are produced and the factories where all of our suppliers are manufacturing the different components of the product. And we saw it all come together firsthand to make sure that we could create the best product that we possibly can.
You know, you see the pictures and you see the designs along the way, but getting that first product in your hand is really pretty incredible. And it was just thinking, like, we created this, you know, which was just unbelievable. And it's like, yeah, we did. But there was this like moment of, you know, just not doubt, but it was disbelief that we had done this so quickly and it was so good.
When we were there in the factories, seeing how our product was made, seeing where it was made, it allowed us to make really fast, really significant refinements to ultimately leave that trip with product that was perfected and ready to go into production.
What I want people to be met with when they, you know, discover Wild on Earth and see it, feel it, read it, witness it, is to just almost take a pause and just like think, what am I doing here? You know, I think that's personally as well, you know, just the reflection and the gravity that the name has of what am I doing here on Earth? Am I happy? Do I feel good? Am I doing what I love? Am I doing what lights me up? And that's what I hope that people take away from Wild on Earth.
I want people to feel good when they put our products on, because I think it's a real thing. When you like look good, you feel good, and then you perform good and you make yourself better.
When I was competing, there was nothing balanced about it. There was nothing well-rounded about it. I woke up, when my eyes opened, I had one singular purpose, and that was to train to be the best competitor that I could possibly be. So, you know, I was very fit, I was very good at what I did, but I wouldn't necessarily say that was the healthiest version of myself. Now it's about having a well-balanced lifestyle. It's not just selfish about me, it's about, you know, getting my exercise in so that I'm healthy for myself, but then I'm also the best person I can be for the people around me, so that, you know, I'm setting myself up for a day of success over and over and over, so that I can be the best version of myself that I can be for the people around me.
There's not just one way to take care of yourself. There's not one, you know, right way to do wellness. And I think that's, you know, what we're building this brand around, and how we tell stories is what feels good for you and how do you approach that in your life and where do you start? And you can start anywhere.
We are building products and experiences and a brand for all of wellness that is broad and diverse, you know, ready to meet people wherever they are on their journey.
The days are clicking by, so make sure you're doing what you want to do with your time here.